First of all, a big welcome to all of you, to our own parishioners, and to the many others who have come this morning to support Our Lady of Peace Church. Really appreciate it. On behalf of all the parishioners here, I want to thank you. Only Mike Cadigan and his associates could bring so many people together in one church on a Sunday morning. So I thank you, Mike, and I thank all of you for coming. Strangely, a crowd like this in this church always reminds me of Ash Wednesday. Except today there would be no ashes, I suppose. But it just goes to show the support that we have here at Our Lady of Peace. You will come to realize and understand that it is a very special place. I notice that the first thing and the last thing people take away from here when they come the first time, they're all moved and impressed by the welcome, by the hospitality that they receive here. And believe me, that is the most important part of a church community. It's not the rules and the regulations that matter at the end of the day. It is the people and the welcome they extend, reaching out and welcoming others. That is what evangelizing means. That is what evangelization means. That reaching out to welcome others. And so, like Pope Francis said, we evangelize by attraction. People see how we do things here, and they are impressed by it, they like it, and as a consequence they want to become a part of it. So this parish and this church, we try to do the things that have been held up to us by the Vatican Council, by the Second Vatican Council. So here the liturgies are done to the best of our ability, and we follow that spirit of the Vatican Council, emphasizing the importance of people rather than the importance of rules and regulations. The human being always comes first. As when you read the Gospels, you see that Jesus put the human being before all other things, certainly before rules and regulations. So it didn't matter to Jesus whether it was a Sabbath or not. If somebody needed to be healed or cured, he did that. And of course the powers that be, the scribes and the Pharisees, they found fault with him doing that. To them, and indeed to many still, the rules and regulations are important. We do not follow those here. We try to look to the people. And there is no better group of people, no better community of people than here at Our Lady of Peace. And that is what impresses people. That's the impression we as a community leave, and whoever comes here. And so it will be very difficult, we all think, to replace that. It may be impossible to find another community that is so open, that is so inclusive. So we do a good job here in that, in reaching out to others. This church has been in existence since 1918, when the Italian community, Italian immigrants, came together first down at Our Lady of Perpetual Help, down in the next block. That church is now gone. And then formed the community there. And then the following year, around Easter 1919, they moved to this this particular church. And this particular church was owned by the Presbyterians. And the last group was the Lutheran community. So something special about it from the very beginning. An ecumenical spirit was there, that the Italian immigrants could move in to this church. And of course, baptize it and make it with all its decorations and statues, and especially the chandeliers, a very special place. Many of the artifacts here are from Italy itself. So a very special church, and a church that's so deeply loved by people. First impression I had in coming here, over 20 years ago now, was the investment that people had in this church. Contributed so generously. A few years ago, 2008, 2009, we had a big renovation done here, and the amount and the generosity of people at that time was outstanding. And I remember it so well. And that's only a short few years ago. So people have supported this church from the beginning. See the plaques at the outside of the vestibule of the church, where people gave out of their poverty. Might say $50 or $100, but in 1919 that meant a lot of money. And the people that came here were poor. Immigrants looking for jobs, looking above all for a parish community where they could come together and speak Italian and have a Mass in Italian. So it meant, and it met a great need for the people. And they've always remembered that. So this is a very special place. And we all believe that there is no need to close it. All the people here are against, they want to continue it because it is so special to them. And it's so special to anybody, to everybody who comes here. So we hope that your presence today will strengthen us and make it possible for us to continue as a parish of Our Lady of Peace. So we need your support, and you're giving your support today. We need your prayers to carry out what we believe is correct. On the other hand, of course, we must always be discerning what God's will is for this community. We dread any kind of change, of course. We don't want to change. But maybe God has something marvelous for us, something that we cannot see now. But if we have our faith and our trust in God, then He may lead us to greater things and to better things. We always think that we know best what will make us happy. But God always surprises us. God is a God of surprises. And He gives us what we don't always expect. We think we know best, but God is always surprising. So this church is holy, this church is sacred, because of the prayers that have been said here down the years, almost 100 years. And it's made holy by the presence again of people. It's the people that are important, and the people's feelings that are important. And we somehow wish that the authorities would have taken into account the feelings of this community, because they are very deep and are not understood by many who have no experience of being here. So we had wished that they had considered or come and talk to us what was important to us. That be as it may, we continue to pray we continue to gather as a community like this, and we continue to follow the Lord and reach out to people, to invite people here. It is a very special place of prayer, and we could list all the things we have here. It is a very spiritual parish. We have a prayer group that prays here every Sunday. They have the healing masses, which attracts a crowd almost as big as this. The healing masses are really meet a need of people. The need to be healed. We see it in the Gospels, we see it in our daily lives. Here as well we have a marvellous initiation, or what we call the rite of initiation, of Christian initiation, also very important. That brings people to us, and they follow the process and get baptized and confirmed and receive the Eucharist. We've had some wonderful experiences with them. They've had some wonderful experiences with us. So we're grateful for, that's just two of the things that stand out here. There are many other things like the music and all the rest that we have here. So thank you today for your support, for coming in such great numbers, and I pray that your support will be helpful to us, and I know it will. That your support and the presence today of so many lifelong parishioners who have come back today to be present at this Mass. They are here too with us. So we thank them all. We thank you, the Mass Mob group, and we thank all our parishioners, those who used to be here, who have moved on to other places, but have come back today. So many parishioners are here today, many people are here today who have connections with the beginnings of this church. Their parents and grandparents were part of the opening of this church. So we're very happy that they are here. So if you go away with the impression that this is a very special place, a very special community, a very special church, one that reaches out and includes all men and women, all people of whatever background. So we again say welcome to all of you, and thank you for coming this afternoon to join us and pray with us as a mark of your support for us. There will be much more thanks later on to the various groups after the final prayer, but for now we will leave it at that.